All right, Reds, thank you very much for tuning in for our daily live stream. If you are new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below to connect all your fellow Reds, or as any other rival fans, you're welcome to join the channel as well. Absolute legends, every single one of you that is tuning in live. And then if you are watching this on the repeat, we have a lovely day anyway, and we'll discuss, obviously, Diaz, as you can see in the background. He had his first proper day meeting Jurgen Klopp for the first time. Obviously, he did speak to him over the phone a couple of times prior to him moving to the football club. Obviously, he's already know that. But and we'll talk about a couple of the FA Cup results. If you've been watching the footy today, let me know your thoughts on, and we'll speak about that result. Most importantly, but let's head over to chat as well. Most importantly, every single one of you absolute legends. David, I'm a Liverpool fan. Been watching most of Manchester United videos today, and they are all depressed. The club is rotten. Liverpool is magnificent. For fans like Diaz getting to Klopp, it's tremendous stuff. Dexter, you're absolutely legend as well, David. Dexter, got tickets for tomorrow. Really hope Diaz gets 20 minutes. 2 weeks of no games feels like months. David, if very much does, mate. For some reason, I got banned from a top United for singing a song from you never know there, Jagster. It doesn't take too much. I can't wait for tomorrow's game to see the lads back, including Harvey Elliott. Also, I'm looking forward to Diaz if he's with the squad, which I've got Klopp's quotes about Diaz. Obviously, he's hoping, he hasn't ruled out a full appearance for Diaz, which will be fantastic. I will speak about that tonight with the squad, which should be. I'm excited. I hope it's a killer game for us, bro. I'm not far too from Nottingham. Absolutely tremendous stuff. And for anyone that's going game, have a lovely time. I know Luke's travelling down. A good mate from the 1892 Reds podcast. I'll see him tomorrow for a little bit before he heads off to the ground. But be tremendous. Anyone's going, have a lovely time. Obviously saying hello. Absolutely feels like a second half for Diaz tomorrow. Maybe comes on the 60th minute. Fingers crossed, Andrew. Let's hope some of our the game tomorrow ain't as hard as some of the other top 6 teams. Love Jegs there. We'll speak about that, mate, very soon. But tremendous. Tom, how you doing? You absolute legends. I'm not a legend. You're all legends tuning in. You absolute quality lads. I think only Liverpool fan. I'm the only Liverpool fan not to watch Diaz play. Yet waiting for him in a red shirt. As I said, mate, prior to him signing, I'd seen him 1 or 2 times, obviously, when he did come up against Liverpool, but you'd always find people, everyone turned into an expert when you watched him for 90 minutes for Colombia against Peru a couple of days ago. So it'd be intriguing. I'm pretty sure they'll hit the ground running, and judge it from all the quotes from obviously the ex-managers in which he's had, and obviously ex-players that have played with him. He says it's a very talented lad, and he's very humble as well, and he lets his football do the talking. So that's the most important thing, and that's a big reason why Jurgen Klopp does sign quite a lot of these players, is their attitude in terms of how they approach life and how they approach football. Most importantly, they strive to be better, and they're not really bothered in terms of obviously the wage packet, most importantly as well. Sir Klopp, how are you doing, matey? Thank you very much for tuning in, you absolute legend. Hey Jack, when we win the Champions League and Prem this year, can it come and camp in your backyard? Of course, mate, we'll be having a massive party as well. Well, it got put off, obviously, with COVID, but yeah, you're very welcome to, mate, always. I don't think I'll have enough room, but we'll try our best anyway, fella. How you doing, Paul? You absolute legend. Us Liverpool fans have laughed at United's game last night. It's our turn to watch the circus show. Paul, we'll speak about that fiasco very soon, mate. Wreck-It Ralph is at the wheel. He very much is, boys. Thank you very much for tuning in. And if you are new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Very much does help YouTube algorithm. Absolute legends. But we'll head over now, everyone, to a bit of social media in relation to Diaz. As you can see there, what an honour to wear the LFC jersey. Excited to see what's to come, with a lot of desire to give my best So grateful you have received me with such good energy. We are Reds. And then obviously the red emoji and the crossing of the palms anyway. But tremendous stuff. He looks good in the Liverpool kit, didn't he? Obviously, Porto's kit wasn't too bad, but not better than the Liverpool shirt anyway. And we'll just quickly have a little look at what he's had to say in relation to signing for Liverpool.
Luis, welcome to Liverpool. Tell us how it feels to be here now with your new team.
Contento, muy feliz por estar aquí. He tenido poco tiempo estar acá, pero lo poco que puedo estar con algunos otros compañeros, la verdad que de compartir con grandes jugadores, excelentes referentes de su equipo, para mí es un orgullo poder estar con ellos y poder ahora jugar con ellos y estar de compañeros y compartiendo con ellos el camerino para mí es un orgullo. Estoy muy feliz de estar aquí.
Absolutely tremendous stuff there by Diaz. So let me know your thoughts. Well, we'll get to Jurgen Klopp's comments now. Where is it? The gaffer on Diaz. Jurgen Klopp has not ruled out Diaz in his Liverpool debut in Sunday's Emirates FA Cup tie. So fingers crossed, we do see quite a lot of him anyway. But let's get in terms of, obviously, he has been training for Liverpool for the last 24 hours now. Klopp goes on to say on the press conference on Friday, it's far too soon for Diaz to be considered. If it's too far to be considered, far too soon, I don't know. If he would have been here yesterday, obviously Thursday, and could have trained a little bit, I would have considered it differently. Now I don't know. Replied the boss. Give me a second to meet him and ask him how his last 2 or 3 days were, because it's not easy to sit around Paris waiting for papers and stuff like this. It's not the best time of your life, and it doesn't help you with the recovery from an intense period as we've already had 2 games for Colombia, massive travel and all kinds of things like that. So let's have a look. I would say no, because I would be excited as well. A few minutes in, as sold out. Anfield is nice, but let's see. So interesting reading from the boss there in relation to potentially starting. Diaz, would you like to see him at least get a lot more minutes anyway? Yeah, Paul, he can very much play in the Champions League, mate, can't he? So, which is tremendous stuff. Obviously, Karius, and I think with Nat, and then taking Karius off the Champions League rota, obviously, and then we just added Diaz onto it, so it was fantastic news for that. But Jake said the Reds have got no money, but we're still going to win the league. Of course we are, mate. Of course, yeah, of course. They actually ollie out, but Ralph is chopping them down one by one. It's absolutely tremendous. They actually like Ollie, but Ralph is Oh, sorry, mate. I've already read that one. Top class comments. I don't think Diaz will be in the squad tomorrow. I think we'll watch from the stands. Obviously, that's what the gaffer was saying. I think possibly just for the travelling Reds as well and everyone in the stadium. I think Jurgen might throw him onto the bench. As he said, it's not ideal sitting in the airport or sitting around Paris for 3 days and waiting for paperwork. Obviously, recovery, obviously the swimming, like most players do. You train like so many hours throughout a day, obviously to keep their fitness up. So it's important, an intense period in which we are coming into now. Obviously, fingers crossed he can get up to speed quite quick, which will be tremendous for us. But we're spot on there, mate. Got tickets for tomorrow's game. Cost me £250 for pair. Love it if Diaz plays and see his debut. Spot on there, David. That's a bit too much. Are you in the executive lounge there, David? Or obviously, you shouldn't be really paying those prices. But in the future, mate, I'll keep an ear out for tickets. Not like I know anyone, but obviously you can get cheaper tickets. I know it's very difficult to get tickets, especially with the new system at Anfield, mate. But fingers crossed, mate, and keep me updated. Obviously, we will be doing a Liverpool Cardiff live stream watch along, and then It's going to be a Senegal-Egypt live stream watch along as well tomorrow. So stay tuned on the channel. There'll be a lot of content tomorrow. It'll be hectic. Get up quite nice and early, which will be tremendous. Absolutely spot on there. Lineup predictions for tomorrow. Go ahead, Sir Klopp's asked for everyone's lineup predictions. What's everyone saying? I know we did discuss that yesterday in terms of obviously who we'd pick. But for me, Sir Klopp, everyone get your 1 to 11s in. Sir Klopp's asked us all. I'd go with quite a strong one, mate. I know when I've been speaking to quite a lot of Reds on everyone's channels and speaking to you over the last couple of nights, it's been in relation to in terms of Liverpool play. We do play our best football when we do have good rhythm within our game. Obviously, we've got like 3 or 4 games within the space of a very short period now and coming up. Obviously, the Champions League games, Leicester in the Premier League after Cardiff, so they're becoming thick and fast, like for a lot of teams. But we'll speak about the FA Cups games a bit very soon, a bit later. City in the early stages look very rusty, but in terms of the majority of teams, when they come off the back of an international break, it's very difficult in terms of obviously the press and in terms of every aspect of everyone's game, really. But I'm gonna go Kelleher in goal, mate. I'm gonna go Trent because there's no Nico obviously to play at the Etihad today for Fulham, so I'm gonna go Trent. Ibu, actually no, I'll go Trent, Matip, Van Dijk, Costas. No, I'm gonna go Robbo. I'm gonna go Strong. Obviously, Fabinho did have a chest infection this week. I'm not too sure in relation to if he's fully fit, but if Fabinho's not available, hopefully I'd go with Tyler Morton. Possibly, let me know if you start with Tyler in the midfield, and then Harvey Elliott on the right hand side of the midfield are the 3, and then Curtis Jones as well. Possibly throw a Henderson in there if one of the players is not available. But yeah, I'd go with the 2 young lads in that midfield, or 3 young lads, Tyler Morton, Curtis, and Harvey Elliott. That'd be an exciting trio. That could possibly be Liverpool's future going forward. Obviously, in the next 5 to 10 years, those 3 could be at the heart of Liverpool's midfield. Fingers crossed if all goes well for them. And then, obviously, Diaz, as I said, as we've all said already, I don't think he'll go straight into the lineup. We'll see him on the bench. Bobby Firmino looks absolutely sharp in training, which is tremendous stuff. So I go with Firmino up front, and then Jota coming in off the left, and then possibly Ox if he's available on the right-hand side. If not the case, then I'd go with Taki Minamino, either off the left or off the right. Anyway, you can do both. But I'd go with those 3, most importantly. Big up, mate. Hope you're well. John, thank you very much, mate. Hope you've had a great day. Let me know what you've been up to, fella. I would love to see Diaz get a few minutes tomorrow, as we were saying there before, John. Looking very positive. Fingers crossed you can get at least a couple, like 10, 20 minutes. No online. Oh, no online. Oh, sorry, mate. Online from football site. Hard to get tickets through the club. Live 300 miles away, so hard to... David, in the future, mate, I'll keep an ear out for it as well. But most importantly, enjoy the game. And hopefully the Reds will get a victory, which will be tremendous for you as well. My spelling sucks, so once... won't name my 11, but we need the strongest team possible. Jota hat-trick. Jegster, mate, I've got dyslexia, as you can probably tell. Half the time, I can't. I struggle reading, but we're a big community of Reds, mate, and never feel ashamed of, obviously, if you can't put the team news in anyway. And if anyone makes a mistake, I'm not going to sit here and correct you, because that's not me. Don't be ashamed of obviously that, mate. But I'll understand what you're typing anyway. So never be afraid to just put any messages in the chat, mate. Hi Jack, how you doing, Helen? You okay? Hope you had a good day. For me, Sir Klopp's gone with. He's gone with Kelleher in goal, and he's gone with Costas on the left back, Joe Gomez and Matip, and then obviously Trent right back. Yeah, that sent me head there, Sir Klopp. You've put it back to front. Jones, Henderson, and Elliott in his midfield 3. And then he's gone with Jota, Firmino, and Ox up front as well. Absolutely spot on there, mate. John, like and shared, mate. Absolute legends, every single one of you. Really do appreciate it. Love to look of Diaz looking great. Yeah, he's looking great in all this new Liverpool gear, isn't he? I know FSG and the club would be absolutely minted, especially when you've got Nike. It's about £100 just for that. Like, what is it, that one? And that green top, that is naughty, but obviously a bill about £100, as well as on top of obviously buying the Liverpool gear. Low hard to spell any players' names these days. Yeah, it's some of them got absolutely cracking names, some very long ones. But yeah, hey Helen, hope you're well. Absolute legends. Diaz said he will learn a bit of English in a few weeks. It's crazy how they all can communicate. Yeah, Paul. I don't know if you've seen the video, Paul, and everyone at home. Like, there was a video circulating on social media today of Jurgen Klopp welcoming and obviously Virgil van Dijk hugging Diaz. Obviously, Diaz has already come up against Virgil van Dijk this season in Champions League, but he said to Klopp, he was like, "Whoa, get on Virgil van Dijk. He's big, isn't he?" And just Jurgen Klopp was just pissing himself anyway. He laughed at it anyway. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I think I've always met Virgil van Dijk. He looks big on telly, but I bet he's an absolute monster, even bigger in real life. I mean, him and Ibu, they're easy about 6'4", 6'5", and they'll be a bloody nightmare. I think even when Carragher done an interview, was it with Virgil van Dijk a couple of seasons ago, that Carragher sitting next to him, and it looked like Joey, like when directors and movies make like the perception of obviously when you view like things on screen, like they can look, if you bring the camera back a bit more, and obviously if you set your presenter or whoever, your actor a bit further back, it looks bigger than it actually is. But it's tremendous. Yeah, Carragher next to Van Dijk in that video, he absolutely gets dwarfed by him. I think a lot of people would, especially me, sitting next to Virgil. But yeah, that's the beauty of obviously the modern day footballer, Paul, innit? I wish I'd learned, so I'm pretty sure all of us wish that's one thing when I get older, I wish I'd learned languages a bit more earlier in life. As I said, you only know English and Scouse, so yeah, I don't know if Scouse counts as a second language. Probably does for most of the majority of the country. Should we give Mane and Mohamed Salah a wee break? Jegster, I don't think. Fingers crossed, mate. But the sheer professionals in which they are, mate, in relation to they want to be playing 120% every single time. And you're telling Mo, I don't think any of us would want to really tell Mo, no, you're not going to be playing this week anyway, in relation to the game. So I think both of them, probably Jürgen ideally would want to give them a rest, but in terms of them telling the gaffer and all those fans, no, we want to go straight into it. I think they'll go straight into the Leicester game, mate. I know a lot of people have been saying, I'll possibly start with Diaz and all that, but I think he'll just go straight in, mate. I think Mane and Salah are that professional of players. Obviously, I think one of them, I think Jurgen Klopp this week did say, whoever wins will get an extra day, obviously due to the ceremony within the country. If they do win, say, if Senegal or Egypt, they'll get on a bus or like they'll go around the capital of their country, obviously promoting the trophy to all the fans, which would be tremendous. So obviously whoever wins it will have an extra day back, but I fully expect them to be back for the Leicester game, mate. I think it'll be tremendous. How are you doing, Statman Steve? How you doing, Steve? Absolute legends. Hope you're having a good day, mate. And definitely get you on the show soon, mate, if you're available again. Really do appreciate you coming on the last couple of nights, every single one of you. For every guest that has been on, absolute legends as well. I'm fine, Jack La. I hope your day's been great. Oh, it has been, Helen. I think all of us, which we'll discuss the FA Cup results in a little second, but it's been a tremendous one. Big up, Jigster. I'm the same. Never be ashamed. Man, hope you're well. Absolutely spot on there, mate. Love to see the Ox get one. Michael, yeah. Well, obviously, the two games back-to-back in the league, mate, didn't he, Mikey? In terms of getting the goals, very important goals in relation to that. But hang on one sec, just gotta let the cat out. Always the case when I'm live. Yeah, but fingers crossed, Michael, sorry. Big up, mate. Steve, mate, hope you're well. I think Origi can speak 4 languages. Yeah, the maddest one, chat as well, wasn't it, David? And everyone was Dejan Lovren. I know Takumi Minamino, he can obviously speak Japanese, English, and he can speak quite a lot of ones. But Dejan Lovren, I think, I remember him doing a Liverpool TV interview, and he said he could speak like 8 or 9 languages, which is amazing. I wish I could do that, but it's the modern day footballer. You have to spend your wages on something, don't you? So obviously learning a different language, which would be tremendous. Big up, my man John. How are you? Oh, good. Yeah. Evening, Jack. How you doing, Gary? Absolute legends. Hope you're having a good day. Really appreciate all you dropping in. If you haven't done so anyway, just drop a like on the video. You're absolute legends. Pretty sure all of you already have anyway. Do you think signing Diaz will have some effect on Mane Salah signing a new contract or not? I don't think that would be the case, David, as we've been speaking over the last couple of weeks, haven't we, mates? All of us, we don't want to be selling our top talent, and in terms of Liverpool wanting to win trophies, I think we're in with a massive shot this year of at least winning 2 or 3 trophies. Obviously, the league, whatever happens with the league, I think if City do win the league, even by 3 or 2 points, then they fully do deserve it. Because it is the hardest thing to win is the league, not just in England, but in the majority of, if you are the standout team that wins the league come the end of May, you do deserve it over the 38 game calendar season. But Champions League, it's very positive. The FA Cup, there's been a couple of giant killings, which we'll speak about very soon. But I think they'll stay at the football club, mate. I don't foresee them in the near future leaving the football club. If it was the case, then possibly if the 1 or 2 of them did run down the contracts. But I can't foresee them, Liverpool, selling any of the players. We don't want to be selling our star assets anyway. That's all. Laugh at United. Gary, get in. We've all been seeing the videos, haven't we, mate? Tremendous. But absolutely tremendous. Yeah, John, I'm telling you, mate, that cat is an Everton fan. She's not getting let back in the room. What do you make the result today in today's games? Well, Helen, you've queued me up absolutely perfect there. Thank you very much. Let's get the results up here anyway, and we can discuss pretty much all of them, really, chat. But the one we'll start obviously about the Manchester United one there in relation to, it was an absolute madness of a game in reality. Obviously, it did go to Middlesbrough, did win it in the penalty shootout. They won it on 8-7 on penalties. But what a mad result in terms of Middlesbrough. I think Middlesbrough are quite high up in the Championship, but even to the extent, it's this notion of Manchester United fans not realising how bad they are. Liverpool went through it in the league. We went through it for like a very large period. Yes, we won the odd Champions League and the odd cup here and there in terms of our 30-year wait, but the longer it goes without United being successful in terms of on the pitch, the year by year, it ticks by every single year. And it's like, oh, we're going to be back. And signing Ronaldo was the worst thing that could have happened to Manchester United. I think the only reason he'd done it was due to the fact of they did not just want Man City getting hold of Ronaldo. Because it tells you, if City did somehow sign Ronaldo before he went to United, I think City would very much have won the majority of the trophies this season. Yes, you can talk about Ronaldo's attitude, but if you stick him in front of all those Manchester City midfielders and the attackers, Ronaldo's easy getting 20, if not 30, 40 goals in the Premier League. I know that's a big shout, and I know he's not performing this season. He's only got like 5 or 6. But in terms of how he's coached at Manchester United, he's coached poorly. And Ronaldo is, whether you're a fan or not, but he's still a very good player. He's just in the system doesn't work around him. And similar to that with Romelu Lukaku as well. Both players are in a system that Lukaku at Inter Milan last season was tremendous. Yes, you can talk about him flopping at United, flopping at Chelsea this season. But if you bring say take a Bobby Firmino out of, say you take Bobby Firmino out of Liverpool's team, prime Bobby, and then put him up in a Burnley system. Bobby's not going to be doing what Bobby does in a Burnley system. If they're just whacking the ball into the box, it's just not going to work, is it? But yeah, Diaz unveiling video was so wholesome. Yeah, it was tremendous, Hannah Wani. Obviously, I would show the whole video, but obviously, I don't want to be getting copyright strike by LFC. But yeah, it's tremendous. And it looks like he's settling in very well, as we said before. Virgil van Dijk and all the players, like we've seen in yesterday's video as well, welcoming him with open arms. And judging from obviously what all the reports of everything, seems to be a down-to-earth lad, and he's going to be working his socks off to help this Liverpool team. And just judging from his smile, he's absolutely buzzing to be there. And he obviously did get a Jurgen Klopp hug last night. So that was a great show. Thank you very much, mates. Obviously, most importantly, yous are the people that make the shows. I'm just speaking to every single one of you. Really do appreciate it. Who let the cats out? Well, come on, Alan. Don't start that. Your cat needs a segment in the show. I hope the cat's going to be dressed up for the cup final. Oh, damn, feel like. Oh, it's bad enough when I pick her up. She's one of those cats that doesn't like to get, obviously, stroke. Saying that she is 20. I think in human years, that is like, 100. Like, if you're translating cat years into human years, tremendous. She's going nowhere anytime soon. She'll probably just stay in the background very soon. Liverpool, Jack, come on. We are winning all 4 this year. John, I love your optimism. And you've got to be positive as well, haven't you? I'm not one of those fans. You all know me, John, and Reds on this channel. Like, I don't try and dwell on the negatives. There's so much positives about this Liverpool Football Club at the minute. We're so blessed. Years under watching Hodgson, Christ. Like, I know it was like 6-8 months, whatever. Probably one of the worst times, but it's you go on your highs and then obviously your lows. You're not always going to be constantly winning. But I think people on Twitter just their head goes after a bad result. Yes, I come on a post-match and absolutely fume. But at the end of the day, there's the Liverpool squad and we've got Jurgen Klopp, one of the best managers in world football. And it'd be intriguing, which we'll do a couple of shows in the future. Will Jurgen Klopp still be at the football club? Fingers crossed he will be. But John, let me know, everyone, your thoughts. How many cups, trophies do you reckon we'll win? John's going all 4. I absolutely love it. I tell you, we have one big party. Not just me, but every single Red around the world, in America, South America, UK as well, Spain, Germany, all the Reds around the world will be going absolutely mental, and rightfully so. Man United are stuffed. That Man United result was amazing, Hannah. It very much was. Man U are really fucked. Can see these falling over off even more next season. Yeah, John, they will. Ralph can't save Maguire. Fergie will make it a comeback at 85 with a Zimmer low. Ellen, he very much will, and it's mad. It wouldn't surprise me come back to manage Man United because they're in that much of a mess. But until Fergie stops coming to the games, I know there was a quote, and it was years ago, not 100%, but I'm pretty sure Kenny stopped coming to the games for a very long time. Obviously, because he used to be the manager of the football club a long time ago, and he didn't want to undermine the current manager in terms of whoever the managers were at that time. You all know that. But obviously, when you've got Fergie in the stand, it's always, if you're getting beat, the camera will pan to the executive box, and it'll always be the case until Jack. Any truth in the Saka in the summer or bullshit? Not in terms of concrete, mate. Obviously, I think it's just Jano's trying to get the clicks. I'd love it, mate. We don't. There was rumours circulating prior to him signing that contract extension. Was it last year or the year before he did sign it? I love him as a player, mate. I'm pretty sure a lot of yous would. Speaking to a lot of me Arsenal mates, everyone. I was speaking to Ray and a couple of Arsenal fans last night or the night before on his show in the comments, and they were like, they need to start winning because eventually they will all get their best players cherry picked by the likes of us on the likes of obviously City and obviously the top clubs around Europe as well. So Arsenal need to sort the stuff out. Elganga penalty ball has just passed the moon and heading towards James. James says, "Go, yeah, no, it's David. It was a madness of a penalty, and the fact that they all blamed a young kid yet again, taking the responsibility. As you said, Bruno had a majority, so many chances, but." Fair play to Middlesbrough. They stuck in there and they won it on penalties. And the fact that when it gets to like the 8th and 7th penalty and your goalkeeper hasn't at least saved one, then it's a fault for the and obviously Ronaldo missed the pen. What was it, like 5-8 minutes into the game or whatever it was? Ridiculous. But yet again, it's like the fall guys. It's when if Liverpool had a bad result, it was always blame Ginny or blame Mane. There's always those easy victims within every club. Like in terms of your players, it's always instead of a team collective responsibility. And then Rashford coming out on social media. And then so I think someone replied on Twitter going, we should have just DM'd him, stop being a publicity merchant or something to Rashford. So which I found properly correct, because as soon as United have a bad result, they're always on Twitter and social media. Oh, we'll do better. We'll do better. It's like, mate, have you seen the performances you've all been putting in week out for that club? Long may it continue anyway. Nice one, Helen. Cavani 40 plus, Ronaldo 37. Low, not is Cavani 40? There's no way Cavani's 40, Helen. Is he? I knew he was old, but I was looking at Zlatan today because I know there was rumours of him signing a contract extension, but he's 40, isn't he? Which is absolutely crazy. Players go to United to pass away. Yeah. Jackie boy, how you doing, Dave? Absolute legends. We're just talking about the FA Cup games at the minute, mate, as you can see. Michaels went with 3 cups. Fingers crossed that is the case. United ban and run will go back for 100 years, Jack. Well, hopefully by that time we're close to where obviously Rangers title hold of 55 in the Scottish League. Fingers crossed we can get to 30, 40 odd Premier Leagues in that time. Hey up, Dave. Absolute legends. Big up. Absolute legend, every single one of you. So you had the Man United one last night. Tremendous seeing them getting knocked out. And did anyone watch that one as well? The West Ham United one? I think it was on ITV. I was watching it today, ITV or BBC. I was absolutely gutted for Killminster Harriers. For me, chat, let me know, was that second goal for West Ham offside? For me, I don't know. It's me being biased, but for me, it felt and it looked like it was offside. Obviously, when you are playing at a lower ground, if you're playing a Premier League team in the FA Cup, you do have VAR. If you're not playing, obviously, a Premier League team and you're playing away, apart from, I don't know if some of the Championship teams have got VAR. I know certainly if you're playing a League 2 or League 3 team anyway, or conference team, you do not have VAR in terms of obviously when you are refereeing the game. But let me know your thoughts. I'll just have a quick look on Twitter anyway in relation to see if I've seen anything latest. But yeah, it's just everyone losing the marbles over the most importantly the FA Cup games anyway. Oh yeah, just seeing John there. Absolute legends. Absolute legends. But yeah, tremendous. Absolutely tremendous stuff. But yeah. Undertaker, Andrew, the Undertaker has a longer streak than the United team anyway. Having a few beers, watching 80s comps on YouTube. Dave, you're welcome to join in, mate. Do you want to jump in? I know, obviously, I don't want to spoil your time. Just chilling on the 80s, watching you. But Dave, I'll drop you go ahead, Dave. I'll drop you a link. You're welcome to join, mate. You don't have to. Because obviously you're just chilling. You've been in work all weekend. But let me just shoot over a Twitter message to good old Dave. And we'll just talk the FA Cup. Get Dave's thoughts in as well in terms of Who do you want to see Liverpool getting it in the draw chat as well, most importantly? For me, I was speaking to Connor from the Cop Council today in terms of just general. When you do look at City, and especially in cup competitions, they've got quite a lot of favourable draws anyway. But let's quickly get to me headphones, everyone, just in case Dave does jump in anyway. Dave, just drop us a message in chat as well if you're joining, mate. So I'll plug my headphones in. Michael's gone with City. Oh, I'll tell you what, Michael, that early. Michael, obviously you've got to beat the best to win a competition anyway. But for me, I'd love. Well, we'll have a look. I'll quickly get the teams in which have gone through. Yeah. Oh yeah. Tom, back my ears picked up when I heard young Saka mentioned on a transfer. I do like that, lads. No, Tom, I think all of us. Yeah, good, Dave. Get in. As long as you're not getting shouted at, Dave, I don't want to get you in trouble. But thank you very much for coming in, mate. Well, Dave will be joining us very soon. For like quick 5 minutes. I want to know what Dave thinks about Man United getting knocked out. But yeah, Tom, it'd be tremendous. Like, fingers crossed, those rumours do come to fruition, really, in relation to, because ideally he's a top talent, and I think what Jurgen Klopp would do to that lad, similar to him. And if you pick a player that I'd love, but he's never done it come to Liverpool, would be Harvey Barnes. I don't know how everyone feels on Harvey Barnes. He's a good little tricky player. Him and Saka. Any chance I can join, lads? Well, yeah, mate. I'll drop you the link in a little second, mate. I can go one sec, fella. Gary's gone with Spurs. He wants Spurs in the next round. Any easy team will do. About time we got to look at the draw. Yeah, that was what I was saying about Liverpool. Well, City, mate. Obviously, I think when they did win the FA Cup or the Capital One Cup, whatever, the Carabao Cup ones, they've been getting on the sides for about 5 years on the bounce. Prior to last season when West Ham did knock them out. It was absolutely crazy, mate. Yeah, Dave, just give us a thumbs up when you're ready, mate. I'll join, lads. Send me the link. Will do, mate. One sec. John, but United are out. Yeah, sounds say we can't draw United. Dave, son, yes. St. Oswald, Fortitude. That's true. Wouldn't mind Chelsea in the FA Cup. Nice and easy game. I love it, Jegster. I love your optimism. Absolute legends. Make sure I have sent that to Dave. Yes, I have. Andrew, one sec. Let's try and find Andrew as well. Hang on, Andrew. Yeah, I'll just paste that in there. Anyone's welcome to join Reds as well. I have dropped it in the link there. So drop in, jump in. Let me know your thoughts in terms of the FA Cup games as well. Obviously, if you're welcome to join, you don't have to put your cam on. You can just talk about the Reds and talk about footy as well. Absolute legends. Chelsea in the final. Michael's going. Concrete rumours. Oh, obviously, where's is it just rumours, Jack? I thought it was something concrete as I got excited there for a second, though. Tom, obviously, that's why if it was a lot more legitimate, but just judging on what people have said in the chat tonight, that rumour would class it as rumour at the minute. But if Saka somehow did become available, I think Liverpool most definitely have to be in the mix in relation to coming to the football club, because how old is he, chat? How old Saka? Before I do head over, to have a quick look in terms of relation to how old he is. How are you doing, Andrew? Let me know once you've set up your video, mate. Have you got headphones in? Put headphones in there, Andrew. That sounds. But yeah, let's get Andrew into the chat.
Hi, lad.
How do you okay?
Yeah.
How you doing, lad?
Wow, first time on broadcast, bloody hell.
Yeah, making your debut on the channel. Thank you very much for coming on, mate. Well, your thoughts on, obviously, Luis Diaz. I haven't spoke to you on the channel. First time you've been on the channel, mate, but are you excited for Diaz to play, hoping that he does get a couple of minutes tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm excited, lad. I think obviously Klopp said I think it was a few months back, he said like he loves the Portuguese football, which obviously must have given a little hint, as he always does. But I think this is exciting times for us. I think personally, I've got optimism. I think this season, I think we'll probably win maybe 3 or 2 like trophies. But obviously City is strong, but you never know. Crazy things have happened in football, and I think if we can catch up, I think we can really make a big statement on other Premier League teams.
Yeah, you're absolutely spot on there, mate. Dave's coming in. Absolute legend, Dave. Thank you very much for jumping in, mate.
All right, lads. All right, Andrew, Jackie boy. All right, boys. The beer's in the hand, baby. It's Christmas. Lovely.
Absolutely love it, mate. How you doing?
From Middlesbrough. This is from Middlesbrough last night, baby. Cheers.
Yeah, spot on. Absolute legend. But 29 watching, only 19 likes. Smash the like button, folks. Only takes a second. Spot on there, Tom. Absolute legends. Well, Michael, 22 Saka is. Someone's put 20 as well. Obviously, hi, Andrew Helen. Dave, Andrew's making his debut today, tonight. Dave made his debut a very long time ago.
Just to put it out there, I am related to Mickey Quinn, by the way. Just to put it out there.
Oh, the Newcastle's Mickey Quinn.
Yeah,
very good. He was a legend, Newcastle legend.
Yeah, Andy, Dave, absolutely the 2 best mates as well. So, Dave, excited for the game tomorrow?
Yeah, I can't wait. It's an unusual time. It's a 12 o'clock kickoff at Anfield tomorrow. So we'll be hearing about the teams at about 11 o'clock in the morning. I'll be eating me cornflakes. But I mean, it's just, I'm looking forward to it. Just want to see Liverpool playing football on the pitch. And Anfield especially. That's what I want. I mean, will Luis Diaz play? Will he not? I think he's eligible to play. He could be on the bench. I think he'll do the famous, even if he doesn't play, he'll be on the pitch with the jersey, walking out, that type of thing. The announcement to the crowd. But even last 10, 15, it'd be nice to see him on the pitch, wouldn't it? I just can't see him being rushed in, Jack. But huge game tomorrow. Give some of the lads need to play football. We'll put a strong enough team out there to be Cardiff all day long. I mean, you have to be careful. I mean, I don't know whether you've seen Plymouth Chelsea today. I mean,
oh yeah, they did.
I mean, that went, they put it up against you on a one-off game, so you can't go too weak. Against, and they're a championship side, Cardiff. I know they're not doing well at the moment. They're 20th, I think. They're near the end of the league, but you got to put a decent team out. To be seasoned pros. So I expect a tough game tomorrow. I think we'll win by 2 clear goals, maybe something like 3-1 or 2-0, something like that. Yeah. But we've guys that are hungry. I mean, Naby lad should start tomorrow. You've Millie in his final few months, basically looking for an FA Cup game. I'm sure we've got so many players. Harvey Elliott coming back. I mean, we've bonuses. We've more bonuses than Bruce Forsyth. Bonus City. I mean, Brucey bonus all over the place tomorrow. So
I don't know
whether Diaz plays or not. I know I'd love him to play and all, but we've even so much to look at and talk about and be happy for. Diaz is maybe Thursday against Leicester. I don't know.
Yeah, tremendous, mate. So we'll get to everyone's comments as well. Andy, good man, Dave. Get in some absolute legends. Klopp is our strawberry bear. He's a hugger. Absolutely spot on. Can Diaz play tomorrow? Obviously, Dave was alluding to there, mate. And at the top of the show, I did speak about Jürgen's comments saying he's been in Paris for a couple of days, or at least good 2 or 3 days. So he obviously wasn't training there. He was just signing board and paperwork, really. And he was sitting about, but he's possibly is match fit. I think we will see him on the bench. But Gary's won with a good 7-0. Go ahead, Gary. I tell you what, mate. I know what you all know me for me mad predictions, don't you? But I tell you what, Gary, that'd be a good game. That.
I'll take 1-0. I'll take 1-0.
Yeah, 4-1 tomorrow for Jegster. Hopefully it's not for Cardiff, mate. Hopefully it's for the Reds. Pretty sure it is. Klopp gave a hint he could play for a bit in the second half. Spot on there. Tom's gone with a 3-1 tomorrow. Dave, obviously we've already mentioned the laughing stock that is United. What did you think about that game yesterday? It was a bit mad, wasn't it?
It was mad. It's great. I actually, do you know what? I seen a thing on Twitter today, and I actually agree with him. This guy, Jamie Holmes, he's beyond the LFC Day Trippers. He was saying that there seems just this season, and maybe it's the pandemic, coming out of the pandemic and stuff, and crowds being back. There's a bit of love for the FA Cup and the domestic cups. Let's say. I know we're in the final against Chelsea in 2 weeks, but it seems a lot more love in the air. You can feel it, you can smell it in the air for the domestic cups. We know Liverpool haven't exactly, been in love with the domestic cups since Klopp came in. We got beaten on penalties against City, I remember, a few years ago in the League Cup, but we're in the final now against Chelsea. We have a really good chance against them. I'd love to win a double domestic. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Would love to win the 4.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's definitely, the FA Cup and the League Cup. You just want to win them now at this stage, and that's why I want to be Cardiff tomorrow. But I think there's a bit of love in the air. But United being knocked out is a big shock, because it's the only thing they had a chance of winning. I mean, they're not going to win the league. I don't think they'll get even past Atletico Madrid the way they're playing at the moment,
Oh, they've got
absolutely getting past Atletico.
Minced meat when they come up against Atletico, mate, won't they? Yeah, minced meat they will be made to. Obviously, Andrew, what are you most excited for? Obviously, against Cardiff. Obviously, the main man, Harvey Elliott's back. Are you excited to see him?
I'm just excited. Like, I think, obviously, at the start of the season, he was phenomenal, brilliant, until he got that nasty injury, which cost him most of his career. But hopefully, we'll get the same player that was playing well at the start of the season, hopefully, and Mervyn might even score the winning goal tomorrow night or tomorrow.
Yeah, fingers crossed, mate. It'll be exciting. Yeah. I think, obviously, Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, fingers crossed. I think most of us, that could possibly be Liverpool's midfield in a couple of 5-10 years' time anyway, if their development does continue to go in that right direction. And Klopp finally sees how much the cups mean to fans. Dave, I think me and you spoke over the last couple of years, haven't we, on our channels, and most Reds, I think a lot of people taken not kindly to the Capital One Cup, but I think it's mainly due to the priorities of which we did find ourselves in. I think the fact that we were chasing down City most seasons for the league, and this season, not that we've given up hope, but we're in such a much stronger position. But that's helped with obviously signings like Diaz, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what it is as well, Jack? I know I'm a lot older than you lads, but when I was growing up in the 80s, well, 70s and 80s, but mainly in the 80s when I started following football, Liverpool, of course, the FA Cup was huge. I mean, over here in Ireland, it was huge. The FA Cup was the cup, really. That's before Champions League and all set in. And the FA Cup, the romance of the FA Cup. I always remember watching, even before, even other than Liverpool games, you'd always watch the FA Cup final, the big build-up. It'd start in the morning. It nearly started breakfast bleeding time and run the whole way through. I'll always remember Gaza, Spurs in the FA Cup final, that free kick he scored. I wasn't bad, was it? He used to do all these interviews. He's fucking mad, he was. I know he beat a few issues and stuff like that, Gaza, but what a player he was. But I mean, the FA Cup was just, it was the cup. I mean, the 92, the cup final, that's beating Sunderland 2-0, the Michael Thomas volley, Ian Rush, the goals. I know the League Cup's different, but the FA Cup is even more romantic, I think. And I'm hoping this year we can win it, actually. We can win them.
Yeah, would you follow on from what Dave's had to say there, Andrew? Are you hoping that we do well?
I'm hoping we do well. Obviously, last time we won the FA Cup was like 2006. Obviously, got to the final in 2012. Obviously, everyone thought that Carroll header went in.
Did it not go in? I thought that went in too.
I thought it went in myself. I was gutted when it actually didn't cross the line. And obviously, we've got that Carabao Cup to look forward to this year. Obviously, last time and funny enough, history of Cardiff, we actually played them in 2012. And Dirk was the man for the big occasion in that 2-2 draw, I think it was.
Yeah.
That one was on pens. So.
Yeah, no, it's exciting times, and it's great when the Reds are in finals. Hopefully, we can win quite a lot more in the future. But obviously, with Dave looking fresh from a training session at the Ajax Centre.
Just back with Klopp. I was out having a few drinks with Klopp and Pep Linders earlier, and I just said I'd pop in for 10 minutes with Jackie Boy. Hold on, Klopp, I'll be with you 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Dave, get him into the Skype here. One day, me and Dave will get Jürgen on a video. Fingers crossed. We'll hope. That's if they allow him. That'll probably be when he leaves Liverpool, because I don't think the Liverpool press officers would let him near me or Dave or anyone's YouTube
Definitely
channel.
not me, anyway. Definitely not me.
Yeah, but it's tremendous. Jota a hat trick, fingers crossed. Jagster. Klopp fan, with that one, mate. Come on, Elliot, get in Zuki. Come on, lads. Hopefully he can get a goal. I think there'll be no more person more excited than Elliot tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. To be fair, Klopp, until now, he has never had the squad for a 4 trophy hunt. Yeah, spot on there.
Yeah. Oswald's on the button there. All players are coming back, Jack. It's like a perfect storm for Liverpool. All the boys are back. Obviously, Mane, Salah tomorrow night, AFCON final. That's a huge one as well. But I mean, we'll have them back. Whether they'll be fresh for the Leicester game, I don't know. I mean, they put a lot of energy in, win or lose. You lose energy in winning and losing for the final, and the big final tomorrow night. So with Diaz there to fill in, it's an extra bonus, isn't it? You've Jota, you've Bobby, no look. I mean, you've Origi back in training. You've Naby, lad. I mean, everything's just falling into place. I'm very confident going forward.
Yeah, fingers crossed, mate. The bang spot on comments as always, mate. But that's the most important one. LFC, yeah. Big up, Davey boy. Enjoy the beer. Yeah, spot on, John. Hopefully, whatever beverages are all having tonight, having a good night anyway. Obviously, it is the weekend. Let me know what you've been up to. If you have a good, let me know what you've been up to today, and obviously what your plans are for tomorrow. Where you're watching the game, are you going the game? Know quite a couple of you in the comment section are, so tremendous. Hopefully, you all have a lovely day. I was speaking to Luke from the 89 Reds podcast, as I said at the top of the show. I'll see him tomorrow before he heads towards the game. I'm seeing him reserving a spot outside my house for him, because it's not the easiest place to park in around Liverpool, especially match day.
It's even hard for a taxi to park outside.
Yeah. Harry Maguire and Jones would be better suited working in a farmyard. They are pure shite. They are wrestle attacking players on a pitch. Pureshite.com. Absolutely spot on there, Tom. Absolutely spot on. Yeah. Less we talk about them, the better, because somehow they've managed to wiggle the way into captain Man United. Tom, they would be a pig on the farm. Imagine if Klopp asked to call in one day. Oh, mate, I'd lose me marbles. I'd honestly
I'd be actually grounded it. No, I wouldn't lose any marbles. I'd be grounded it.
Yeah, no, I'd be sound. I think.
Problem.
I'd be sound, but I'll just be made up inside.
But I mean, no, listen. They're only human beings, Jack. At the end of the day, I think
Yeah.
Call in. Anybody can call in, by the way. Klopp, if you're watching. Anybody, Pep, anybody, call in, baby. Let's go. My
favourite would be Andy Robbo. Oh, God, the laughs we'd have with Andy.
Or Milner. Milner. They'd be taking the piss. They'd be taking the piss.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be like, I'm the only Andy rat in this video. He'd be like, if I was in it as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Red till the day die. Absolutely spot on there, Helen. Why is my computer on there? Apologies, everyone. Trying to show you a comment there. Telling you Liverpool winning all 4 this season. City will fall off. Trust me. Hope you're true there, John. Dave, what's the feeling in Ireland about Gallagher? Yeah, spot on, Jan. Are you happy, or do you think he needs a bit more first team football?
It's a tough one for Kelleher. I mean, he's up against Brazil's number 1. He's up against one of the top 3, you'd say, in the world goalkeepers. Kelleher, he's a really good goalkeeper. He's impressed me this season. He's come on a lot. I mean, we know he's under training with John Octerberg, and I mean, he's all the coaching staff. Taffarel has come in from Brazil as well, the legendary goalkeeper from Brazil, to help out. So, he's all the experience there. What does he do in the summer? I mean, does he stay at Liverpool knowing he's number 2? He is, Adrian. I mean, we all know about what's going to happen. The other lad, I've only forgot his name at this stage, but I mean, he's going to be leaving. But you know who I'm talking about. But I listen. Kelleher's not even Ireland's number 1. Actually, Bazuma he's on loan from Man City. He's a brilliant goalkeeper. He's Portsmouth's goalkeeper, and he's number 1. Because he plays every week in and out, even though it's lower leagues, he's playing every week for Portsmouth, and he's keeping clean sheets all over. He's only 20. He's very good. We've got 2 good goalkeepers, but what does Kelleher do? I mean, he's on a good wage at Liverpool. He's getting Champions League experience. He's got a chance of winning cups, and he's in the League Cup final. He's in a League Cup final. So how many keepers get a chance to play in a League Cup final and be told a month before they're in it that they're actually playing? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, listen, it's great. It's absolutely, I'm even happy as well because Ireland beat Wales today. We absolutely pissed on Wales today. And Scotland beat England.
Oh, yeah.
In the rugby, baby.
I haven't watched rugby in a very long time, but...
I do like rugby. Rugby means second sort of sport, yeah.
But yeah, it's spot on there, Dave. It's going to be difficult, Andrew, as Dave's alluded to, especially when you're expecting, obviously, Alisson to start most games because he's world class. But it come, 4, 5, 6 years, and Kelleher's in the same predicament, really, in terms of him wanting to play first team football. Could you see a world in terms of Kelleher, say 5, 6 years down the line, potentially even a club, as much as Liverpool is his boyhood club, as Dave's alluded to? He's not getting in the island set up, and still, Kelleher's a very young lad. He's got a lot of time to develop, but do you reckon Liverpool in the next couple of years, if Kelleher's not getting first team football, not that we'd sell him, just a matter of him possibly going out on loan and Liverpool bringing in a second understudy, possibly?
I mean, I've always said this. Like, I think Kelleher's a step up from Adrian. He's confident on the when he with his feet. He doesn't panic. He always saves us from dangerous positions. Obviously, if you've seen the cup competition this year, he's done fantastic, phenomenal job. Obviously, he deserves starting the VAR because, like I said to you, didn't I? A few weeks back, I said if he didn't start in that final, I think it'd be harsh. And obviously, I'm just happy for him. And I don't think we'll sell him. I think he'll probably be our next future goalkeeper in the first starting 11.
Yeah, spot on there, boys. Get to all your comments as well. Keep them coming in as well, Reg. Absolute legends.
Make sure you subscribe as well.
Okay, Andrew. Yeah, hang on, Andrew. Say that again, Andrew.
Make sure you subscribe and like the channel.
Absolute legend there, Andrew. I love it. It's all right. I haven't paid him 10 quid to say that. But yeah, Tom said, love this post from Sir Oswald. Fortunate to be fair with Klopp until now. He has never had the squad for a 4 trophy hunt. Yeah, you're absolutely spot on there. I'll be at the Boozer at 10 in the morning. Michael, absolutely love it. Look after yourself, lad. Have a lovely day anyway, watching the Reds. Pretty sure you will, mate, but appreciate you all tuning in. Absolute legends, I tell you. Are you having Carlin and your cereal, mate, with your Weetabix? Pouring in a bit of Carlin in there.
If Carlsberg did breakfast.
Dave, we all know Klopp watches. Let's talk about 6, baby. Dave.
Let's talk about 6, baby. Let's talk about the trophies. Let's talk about all the... Do you remember that, Jack?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, I remember that.
1st of May, I sung that song the day before the Champions League final. I know it was on a flag. I think it was on a flag. Some Scousers brought a flag over that song with 6. But then he's singing it, your man. What's his name? The Norwegian guy.
Yeah, I know.
That night. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's the thing, the beauty of YouTube, mate. Obviously, you can connect to every single one of these and chat the amazing Reds. Had the beauty of meeting Dave over the power of internet. I met him in real life as well. Went to an Anfield rap, class it as a concert, but a show.
Anfield rap end of season show, yeah.
So it's the beauty, innit? Me and Dave and all of us, we just love talking about the Reds and footy. Ideally, one day, you never know, it could be our full-time job, but we just enjoy the speaking. We're all grounded anyway, but absolutely spot on there. Anyone else want Eubank Jr. to get his ass kicked? Who's he against tonight, David? Guys, guy gets on my nerves. Or
but his dad used to get on my nerves. His dad.
Oh yeah. Do you want a sweetie? He's absolutely legend. I love his dad. He's funny. David, I hate him. He's an old man. Well done to the Irish rugby today, and what a match with Scotland to beat England.
It was great. There was so much they were. Well, Ireland beat Wales fairly handy, but I mean, England-Scotland was right at the last kick nearly.
Yeah, spot on there, Barry. Absolute legend, mate. Kelly is a great number 2, as Andrew said. No views already tonight.
Do you know, it's very hard to get a great number 2. It's really hard to get a great number 2 goalkeeper because most of them want to leave. They want to play. They want to be number one somewhere. They want to be number one, and they're good enough. He's good enough to be a Premier League number one goalkeeper. Maybe not top four, but definitely mid-table. Goalkeeper. He's good with his feet. He's he's not small. He's a big lad. He commands his area. And modern footballers, as we said, you have to be good with your feet, and he reads the game like Alisson, like Ederson. You know what I mean? He's learning from the same coaches. So big decisions, I think, for Kelleher. But obviously, Klopp's in his area. He's giving him a cup final, I think, as a thank you.
Yeah, spot on there, Dave. Obviously, Kelleher is the future. Spot on there, mate. Would love to see Dave interview Jamie Carragher. That would be a good laugh. It's all right. Dave's already got practice in interviewing me, so
I'd actually ask him to go out for a few beers. Let's go, Jamie. Let's go.
It'd be tremendous. Will do. Absolutely spot on there, Michael. If you subscribe, there we go. Yeah, I got on this comment there. Everyone. If you subscribe, Liverpool win more games. It's been scientifically proven.
I like that idea.
Absolutely.
Anfield Lark. I'm going to take that copyright. Love it.
Yeah, I love it, mate. I'll give you your tenner after the show as well, mate. Send that over on PayPal. You lads do a great job. We do appreciate it, Michael. We just enjoy creating content about the Reds, mate. Just ourselves, but most importantly, every single one of you that tuned in. Most importantly, use the main focus, the priority. Highlighting all your comments and just obviously talking points, which we can discuss. Liam Williams versus Eubank. Well, it'd be interesting fight. What time's that on, lads? Is it about probably late night, in it? The boxing.
Usually late. I'm not mad into the boxing myself now.
Yeah.
I'm not mad into it, to be honest.
Yeah, I rate the Burnley keeper. Michael, which one? Pope or the other one? You're talking about obviously Nick Pope. He's a good little goalie.
Pope,
I say little. He's about 6'7".
Pope pulls off miracle of saves. He does.
Yeah.
Karius and Adrian to depart in the summer with Ox and Origi. I think you're very much spot on there, mate. Got to head off. Good night, lads. Catch you live for the game tomorrow, Jack. What time are you streaming? I think I'll try and start 15 minutes before kick-off, mate. Obviously, we'll talk about it. And then, obviously, we've got 2 live streams tomorrow, so stay tuned on the channel. The AFCON as well. Hopefully get Dave on if he's available. And I think Connor said he'll join me for that show as well. So, yeah.
I tell you what, you'll get a good crowd in for the AFCON, Jack.
Yeah, absolutely.
You should get a good crowd in for that. All Liverpool eyes will be on Mohamed, the King of Egypt, against
and Sadio
Mane in the mirror. Sadio.
Yeah, spot on there, Jags. Have a lovely rest of your night, mate. Enjoy your Saturday. Absolute legends. We do appreciate you tuning in, mate. Really, really enjoying the show. Effing brilliant. Absolutely. Yeah, John.
Fucking brilliant, he said.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
I can just hear John's voice in my head there as well. But we've gone over an hour. Obviously, we spoke about the Reds. Obviously, we spoke about the Man United results. The FA Cup game.
Want to give a quick finish on the AFCON final tomorrow night? Our thoughts on
that? Go ahead, mate. Yeah, Dave, what are your thoughts on the game?
Well,
mate?
I'll tell you what, it's a bit up and down. Obviously, we've Salah for Egypt and we've Mane for Senegal. Senegal will be the fresher team. They have an extra day's rest. Egypt have played 2 extra time penalties and look shattered, to be fair, for the last penalty win against Cameroon. They really did. I know it's different in the final. You basically re-energize yourself. I would like Salah to win it for his legacy, just who he is, the man he is, and everything. You know, he hasn't won the Ballon d'Or and probably deserved it. This would be like a Ballon d'Or to him. I know it would be for Mane as well. I think Senegal might beat Egypt.
Yeah, spot on there, Dave, Andrew, and everyone in chat. Let us know your thoughts on the AFCON.
I think, obviously, my heart's saying like Salah, but I think
your head.
Yeah.
Same,
yeah, my head. I meant to say. I think it's got to go with Mane because I think, like, obviously, I was speaking to my brother the other day about this, and he reckons, obviously, because my brothers are blue, unfortunately, but
what? I'm leaving.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. But he was saying to me, like, he thinks Mane should win it because obviously he hasn't had a great season, has he, so far? And I think this could be a boost to his confidence. And yeah,
spot on, mate. Yeah, that's the thing. He's had a decent season, but I think if he got a bit more, couple of goals. Obviously, Mane's still 8-10 goals in the league. He's had a good season, but I think everyone expects Mane to score every game. But yeah, he's spot on there, lads. I'm excited. I'm hoping, as I said, my heart's saying Egypt, as Andrew said, but my head's saying, being realistic, Senegal have got a much better side.
Yeah.
But Salah can carry a team on his shoulders, and we've seen that all tournaments, haven't we? I think everyone expected Salah to get knocked out in the group stages, possibly, but he's beat Ivory Coast, beat Cameroon, one of the favourites of the tournament as well. So, and then after the game, you'll have all the bloody press going, "Oh, they're not mates no more." Like, fuck.
I'll behave.
Well, Salah said today, I seen the things that Salah said that, obviously we're playing tomorrow and we won't be friends for the game, but we'll be friends after the game. Obviously, let's be real.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Absolutely spot on there,
But it's
Dave.
huge. You're going live for it, so Jack. It's huge. It is absolutely. It's as big as, say, the European Championships. It's as big as that, except it's in Africa. Only the World Cup's bigger, basically.
Yeah, absolutely spot on, mates. Let's get to everyone's comments as well before we do shoot off for Absolute Legends. Really, really enjoying the show. Read that one. I like that comment. That's why I've showed it twice. Agreed, John. Jack Mack is smashing it. Well, Dave as well, and everyone is as well on YouTube. But most importantly, thank you to every single one. That is, if you're watching this on the repeat, Absolute Legends. But yeah, we'll be trying to get yous on a lot more as well. I'll be always dropping the links in the stream. So anyone's ever welcome to talk about the Reds, you're welcome, as Andrew's come on tonight, and obviously Dave as well. So anyone wants to come on, even if you don't want to show your face, obviously if you just want to talk over like podcast or like video, because I know a couple of people are camera shy, but it's not easy. But coming on the video, but really do appreciate it. Thank you for the stream, Jack La. Thank you, Helen, for tuning in. It was best for tomorrow. We are doing down to Wembley Way. Here we come. Fingers crossed. So Oswald. Cardiff, Cardiff, a very physical side. Hope we don't play too many young players or cater low. Cater get put into the stand.
I think Naby Lad's a starter, a certainty. Yeah. I think Naby's a start. I'd play Milner and Jones with Naby in the midfield, and I'd play even the likes of Gomez and Kanate. I would rest Matip and Van Dijk tomorrow. Why play them?
Yeah, most definitely, mate.
For Leicester,
yeah.
Thursday night.
Yeah. Spot on there, Dave. Probably not a popular view, but I have a funny feeling that Taki Minamino shines this year. Well, he's already played well this season, mate, in the opportunities he's had. I think I was speaking to Dave a couple of nights ago. His goal to minute ratio is quite good. When we spoke about him,
the problem with that comment is that, unfortunately, Tom, the problem is, will he get enough time to shine when all the boys are back?
Yeah. It's a thing, isn't it?
Probably
I think everyone.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Coming
think
on maybe last 15, 20, but FA Cup.
Diaz as well, though, isn't it?
When all the boys are back, Mane, Salah, Diaz, I don't know if he'll get a chance.
You never know, Tom. That's the thing, isn't it? Like, every player has their say in this squad. I mean, even Divock in that season when we won the Champions League, he'd come in for that Barca game. No one gave us a flying chance, did they? You're like, oh man, it was a Salah man.
You know what, Jack? I don't know whether you remember. I did a video the day or the day before. I think it was the day or the day before the semi. We were 3-0 down against Barcelona. I did a walking video on my way out to get me lunch from work. Yeah. And we were 3-0 down. We had nothing to lose, obviously. We were 3-0 down against a good Barcelona team. They had just won the league. They just won the fucking league. They'd Messi, they'd Suarez, they'd Coutinho. I actually said in the end of the video, you can check it back because it's obviously on YouTube, but you just never know at Liverpool and Anfield. Anything is possible. And the rest is history, as we know.
Yeah.
I still didn't expect it. But anything's possible.
I don't think any of us expected
it. Anything's possible.
Yeah, was it the Salah notifications? Sorry, everyone.
That's Klopp. That's
Salah,
Klopp.
yeah, Klopp tell me off. Can't be saying that on live. But yeah, spot on there, Tom. Taki would benefit out wide, so as was in a 4-4-2 system. Saying that, I've always liked him, and our road to the Carabao final was barely laid by him anyway. Spot on there, so as was. It'd be great if Taki does leave. I think come the end of the season, it will be obviously, as you said there, mate, it'll be down to him because obviously him scoring the important goals, and he'll have his little bit of history, which will be tremendous, and it'll be positive. And it's so easy to jump on his back in it, really, and say he's the easy target. As I said, top of the show, it was always used to be Ginny Wijnaldum. Liverpool lost or drew a game. It was it's because of Ginny that we've lost a game. And Tackley's, I think, took that mantle of a player that everyone just highlights and has a go at, really. Diaz on the bench, Raz, more or less looking like tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Yeah. If Jurgen Klopp has been training Liverpool for the last 24 hours now, seen Jurgen and the gaffer, Jurgen and the technical staff, sorry. So fingers crossed, Raz. Hopefully we do see a bit like 20, 30 minutes, but even more, it'd be fantastic. It was the best night of my life, Michael. It very much was for all of his mates as well. Obviously,
well, the final wasn't bad either, though. The final wasn't bad either. Even though it wasn't a great game, but to win a European Cup's always, it doesn't happen every bloody year. I mean, we've won 6 in our history since 1892, so, Cup final.
It was the beauty of that helped playing with Madrid, didn't it? Chat as well, obviously, lads. Obviously, we learned the year before, you just need to win ugly, no matter. We got the goal early on, it helped settle the nerves, and everyone's like, it was one of the worst finals, but at the end of the day, if you win the game, that's the most important thing.
I mean, the double semi against Roma in 2018 must be the craziest semi, except for maybe Spurs against Ajax. Spurs-Ajax was crazy as well with that last-minute goal. But, I mean, fucking hell, that was just crazy.
I remember watching the highlights
that
day.
Semi.
Yeah. They only needed, was it one more goal to come back?
Yeah, it was.
I think they needed another goal to go to extra time. They didn't need another goal to win the tie outright.
Yeah.
See, people always say, they only needed another. No, they needed another goal to draw a level, not to win the bleeding tie. But Liverpool just took their foot off. We were 2-0 up in the game.
Yeah, our heads were in the final like at half time, weren't they?
And then bloody Nainggolan scores that absolute screamer out of nowhere.
One goes in off his leg. Remember? One goes in off his leg. He hits clears the ball. It goes in past Alisson. That's an ex-Roma keeper.
Milner put a goal in his own net, didn't he, as well, I think?
Oh, sorry. That was Karius. What am I on about? That was Karius. Did I say Alisson? Alisson was in the Roma goal.
Yeah, he was in the other goal. He was probably like, I need to come to these. Yeah, FSG signed so few players. We probably would have been excited if they had just recruited a new cleaning lady. Yeah, spot on there.
Guys, look, you go through. I mean, I'm not even going to mention the names of the squad. We have some squad now, right now, as we sit here with the young lads coming through. Caden Gordon, Harvey Elliott, Tyler Morton. I'm not even going to mention some of the fullbacks, the young Northern Ireland guy. There's people, 5 or 6 really.
Connor Bradley as well.
Connor Bradley. 5 or 6, Bonner as well. We've 5 or 6 really good young lads coming through. We've got the nucleus of top experience, 30 plus. Probably the best front three in the world. Throw Diaz in there. You have Jota in there. I think our midfield is key this summer in the transfer window. We can talk about it on another podcast, but I really do think the midfield's starting to age, and we need dynamism in that midfield. Either hold the midfielder or an attacking midfielder. Maybe just 2 players. That's all we need in the summer, I think, Jack. If we can get Salah pinned down, obviously, let's hope that happens. And maybe Mane. I don't know what happens with Bobby. Maybe Diaz is coming in for Bobby. It looks like that to me. But I don't think we need a huge amount, depending on who leaves. But you know what I mean? In the summer, I think we're in great shape.
Yeah, spot on there, mate. Dave, the legend he is, mate. I think the Istanbul night is up there as well. Yeah, I remember the Istanbul night, but not as clearly because obviously I was quite young then one night.
I remember it fucking well.
Yeah.
I was sitting on my couch, right? I'm drinking a beer like I am now, another beer in 2005.
Just depressed as hell.
I'm on my own in my house. My little girl wasn't even born at that stage. Sitting on the fucking couch. It's 3-0 at halftime like this. For fuck's sake. Game's over. So I went back to the beer, had a few more beers, and when it went 3-2, I think it was Vladimir Smicer scored. Or was it Alonso? It was Alonso. Was it the penalty? The retake? He went in after it. I headed down to the pub. I knew something was fucking on here. 3-2, straight down to the pub, and the rest is history. Wow.
Yeah, what a night, mate. Certain clubs in Manchester would pay money to have those nights. But you never know. Probably you haven't had those. You've had one in your history. Istanbul forever, Stevie Knight. Yes. Owen Beck is a good defender as well.
There you
Another
go.
one.
There you go. I'm going to forget somebody.
I
So
do, and
many.
Harry, absolute legends. Harry, we've got a good night, mate. Everyone having a good Saturday night, absolute legends. Where's just before we do shoot off? Bellingham in the summer in an LFC circle.
Possibly.
Raz,
Possibly.
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah,
could
that's
sign
possible.
him.
Yeah.
As Dave's already alluded to there, that we've got me and Dave, and you're welcome to jump on, Andrew, as well. Everyone, in a couple of weeks we'll be discussing Liverpool's midfield as well. But obviously, I think an important player that replacing Milner won't be easy. Like,
No.
I know we've got Harvey Elliott in the team, and obviously Curtis Jones as well. But in terms of when you lose, like say, two players like Ginny and Milner, players that are so utilised in all areas and available. And Naby with his injury history, well, we could go on anyway, but it'll be a massive summer for Liverpool. That's what you spot on. I think he'd be the dream sign for most Liverpool fans because he just gives you longevity, doesn't you, in that midfield. What is he, 19, 20 years old? And if he signed him for what, 10, 12, 13 years, 14, 15, he could stay at the club for a very long time. How are you doing, Harry? Please sign Saka. He'd be a brilliant player for us. Yeah, spot on there, John.
A lot of money. That would cost a lot of money. That probably even cost more money than the Bellingham bleeding signing. When you've two English clubs fighting over a player in England between Arsenal and Liverpool, it seems to cost a lot more money than it would for Liverpool to Dortmund. Yeah,
most definitely, mate. And I think obviously the prime time was a couple of years ago, pre him signing the contract, mate. But we were discussing that before Dave and Andrew come on. But watch this space, you never know. Score predictions for tomorrow, Jack. As I said, tomorrow, Harry and I on my pre-match build-up show with Paul, absolute legend Cardiff fan. I'm going to go 2-0. Liverpool won't be an easy one, as we spoke about the FA Cup games today and last night. Some of the Premier League teams were playing horrible. Like, they were playing bad. Fair play to the lower league teams, but it's never easy in FA Cup tie. And that's why the beauty of the Cup is. It's the beauty of the FA Cup, innit? Mate, Dave and Andrew. It's anything can happen. Anything can happen tomorrow, but fingers crossed. It's a Liverpool win. That's what we want. Yeah, Raz, fingers crossed, mate. I think we all do. It'd be a tremendous player. Michael, how you doing? I remember the 5-year run, late 70s, early 80s. Classic time, whenever, always, Wheaton always scored. Michael, thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Think you're new around here, an absolute legend. But I really do appreciate all your comments. Yeah, those. I wish I grew up in that era, Dave. Obviously, the stories my dad used to tell me.
Put it this way, as I said, before I came on here, I was watching an 80s compilation. It's unbelievable. Anybody who likes the 80s, watch it on YouTube. It's called Vintage 80s. It's just, oh my God. It's cartoons. It's like sitcoms. It's the news. But it's all to music from 80s. So it's all Michael Knight, you know, A-Team or Airwolf, you know, Street Hawk. I'm not talking about all the 80s. V, everything you would dream of in the 80s, all condensed into about an hour, and it's worth just sitting there going, wow. Yeah,
Michael, obviously you've seen a lot of great wingers, but what was John Barnes like before, Michael? You do head off. I just wish I watched him because he was one hell of a winger, wasn't he, Dave? And Shaq as well. Yeah.
But listen, we had some great players back in the 80s. Obviously, even Beardsley was underrated. Beardsley was some player. Ray Houghton, of course.
Yeah, Moby as well. Sticking out his backside.
Rush.
Yeah.
Steve McMahon. Bit of steel to a bit of skill thrown in.
Lawrenson.
Hansen. What a centre half he was. He was that Van Dijk level.
Grobbler the keeper.
Hansen. Wow. The game was a bit slower, Jack, in them days.
Yeah.
There was two differences. One, it was a bit slower, but it was a lot. It was very physical. I mean, you're going to get an elbow and you're not even getting a yellow card. Let's be real. You know, it's like Gaelic football over here in Ireland. They'll punch the head off. You won't even get a bleeding, you know, yellow card for it. So, like, it's a different level. It was slower, but it was physical. The pitches weren't as good. The pitches were terrible. Yeah. You know, it was a different football. Totally different. Mark Lawrenson was a great centre half as well. We had Steve Staunton, all Irish players I'm naming here. Were absolutely brilliant, and Liverpool obviously were the kings of the 80s, weren't they? That's why I'm an 80s boy. Baby.
So many great players. Yeah, spot on. I could keep Mealy as a player coach. You never know, John. Obviously, it would be a massive.
Yeah.
I think
He'll
if he
come in.
was to retire, I think him personally, I think he might go 1 or 2 years. I think he would like to go back to Leeds or possibly Villa. You never know. But
He could come in as groundsman. He's very good at cutting the grass.
how about that? Or like the tea lady fills in the canteen, giving everyone an Ribena. But yeah, I think if he does leave, I think Liverpool would do everything, and Jurgen Klopp, most importantly, would do everything to make him a part of Liverpool in terms of coaching stuff. You don't have to see when everyone goes abroad on holidays in the pre-seasons or everything. Milner's always that one person that stays behind and helps the young players play for Liverpool. In like the under-21s, under-20s as well. He's always there. Milner with Stevie G and Klopp calls it a day. Good shout there, Helen. I pay for Helen after day. Jude will be coming to Liverpool. It's written in the stars. Future midfield with Elliott, Jones, Carvalho, Bellingham, and Morton. They could dominate for decades. Don't get me excited, mate. What a midfield that would be. Dave, when are you having the next 80s live show? Go ahead, Dave.
80s live. Do you know what? I'd love doing 80s shows. I used to do them and have the music and all playing. The problem is you get copyrighted. As Jack just said there.
Yeah.
You can do the show, but you can't upload it. You can only do the show and then download it because 80s. Yeah. I'll do one soon because I love it. A few beers. We're talking about the 80s, even early 90s. The music was just different level. The shows were different level. You could say anything you wanted in them days and get away with it. Let's be real. Come on, you know what I mean? And the jokes were even top level because they were just real jokes. But hopefully soon, John, all my eyes are on Liverpool at the moment. And let's get a trophy in the back pocket. That's what I'm really interested in at the moment.
Yeah, spot on, mate. And we'll keep on getting comments in before we do shoots off. What do you all think about Tchouaméni if we don't manage to sign Jude? Still, I'm not going to sit here and say I've seen a lot of them, mate, but he is a name that keeps on cropping up from a lot of people, especially the press as well.
Well, it'd be very good to have in the back of the jersey. A lot of money there with those letters.
Oh, yeah.
What I mean?
Pay a quid for every letter. Obviously, he's very highly regarded.
Do you notice the way they put Luis Diaz on the back instead of just Diaz? I like that.
Yeah.
Luis Diaz.
Yeah. Harry, you going the game, mate? Enjoy it. Hopefully the Reds absolutely slap in a load of goals. But sadly not, mate. I know Luke from the 1892 Reds podcast did try and get a ticket, but couldn't get one, sadly. But Harry, enjoy the game, mate. Really do appreciate it. Obviously, I'll be doing a live stream watch along tomorrow, Reds. If you have joined in a bit late, I'll do a live stream watch along at Liverpool tomorrow, and obviously we'll be watching Senegal, Egypt a bit later on in the night as well. So we've got 2 live streams on the channel tomorrow, so stay tuned. Love for you to get involved. But enjoy it, Harry. Pretty sure you're well. I'm sat in a pub, 4 deep, and Manx, I never stop believing or singing to Liverpool supporters in the pub. I mean, that's all night. The Miracle of Istanbul. Yeah. Oh, is that on 2005, Tom? Oh, you're a look. I tell you, the atmosphere within that pub would have went silent, mate. I tell you what.
When I went down to the pub, remember Italian for the second half when we went 3-2?
Was it all full of Manx in there?
There was a few Manx there and they were nearly crying over their pint. They were fucking nearly crying. You lucky bastards. You lucky bastards. I was like that. Yeah, we were lucky, all right. And you cunts were lucky as well, weren't you? When the Solskjaer scored deep in injury time and Bayern Munich battered you. Remember that time?
Yeah. My dad's mate got corona and gave me and my dad the tickets because he couldn't go. Hopefully he's okay, mate, anyway. I'm thinking of him anyway. Hope you're well, lads. Same to you. I don't know if this is Ricky or Luke. You need to put who's in the chat, boys. Yeah. So it's Ricky or Luke. I think it should start like you put it at the beginning, but whoever it is, hope you haven't enjoyed the game. If it's Luke, sorry, so many names. I'll see you tomorrow for the game.
Luke, my son. Yeah, Star Wars.
Jack, you've got a lot to look forward to in the years to come, mate. Oh, Michael, I'm pretty sure we will do, mate. So much exciting years, especially hopefully, fingers crossed, mate. Jurgen Klopp is still at the club. Pretty sure he will be. I don't think all these players will have signed all these contracts if it was the case. And it's good that we can allow Gerrard to flourish at another club, make his mistakes, create his craft, get better at being a manager. And year by year, he's gaining experience that is very valuable. Not that he's just going to walk straight into Liverpool. He himself doesn't want that, most importantly, because he doesn't want to tarnish what Jurgen's already built over the last 5-6 years. Tom, I can picture the scene, and that's class. I was in a pub full of Manx in the early 90s when we trailed the Manx 3-0 to come back 3-3 after tremendous LFC. Do you and Dave, we will beat Chelsea in the final. Fingers crossed, John. Fingers crossed. Looking forward to those streams tomorrow, Jack. Cheers, Jose, and cheers, everyone. But, Dave, shout out to everyone, your channel, mates. You got any plans? Give everyone your socials as well.
Well, obviously we need to build up for the game tomorrow. It's an early one, as I say, but I'll obviously do a reaction show after it or whatever. I won't go live for it, but I'll be checking you out. You have a big one tomorrow night. You're going live both games, Jack. Your voice will be on.
Yeah, tomorrow. So fingers crossed we do win.
I was thinking of doing an AFCON. I tell you what, if you do an AFCON correct, if you do a final correct, get the right hashtag, get the right thumbnail, you could this. It could explode. That's how big it is. It's like a World Cup. It's a one-off, type of thing. But I was thinking of doing it myself but I might just leave it to you and let you get all the kudos.
I was gonna say, Dave, come in the chat anyway. The
I
link
might
could
pop
be there.
in, yeah. I might pop in, yeah.
But yeah, Andrew, thank you very much for coming on, making your debut on the channel.
Yeah,
you've absolutely smashed your life.
I've enjoyed this. Obviously, I was a bit nervous coming on, but obviously, it's just helped a lot. Just getting used to be on a stream for the first time.
No, you smashed it, mate. Made up to get you and Dave on as well.
Yeah.
And everyone in chat, most importantly, Jose, John, Michael, Sir Oswald, Harry as well, Tom, Helen, Michael as well, Raz, make sure I've missed anyone, David as well. Jegster, most importantly, every single one of you that has commented tonight, and most importantly, everyone that is watching on the replay as well. Enjoy your rest of your Saturday night. Look after yourselves. Enjoy the highlights of the Manx. Keep on watching those videos. And hopefully the Reds will be live tomorrow, so stay tuned on the channel. And I'll speak to you tomorrow. But lads and ladies around the world, have a lovely rest of your weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow. And lads, thank you for jumping on, and I'll see you tomorrow, Reds. You'll never walk alone.